Chair recognizes Representative Hope.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and this is to the bill itself, not to an amendment. I rise in opposition to House Bill 4127, and I urge my colleagues to join me. We live and serve in a representative democracy, and we can only truly represent the people when everyone has the opportunity to participate in this democracy. Michigan voters have expressed loudly and clearly that they want voting to be easier and more accessible. With the passage of Proposal 3 in 2018, Michigan has made great strides towards this goal. But this bill would take Michigan backwards. This bill would single out certain properly registered voters and require them to provide more information to keep their status as a registered voter than they had to provide when they registered in the first place. Not only would this put needless obstacles between a properly registered voter and the ballot, it addresses a problem that does not exist. With the help of the 1,300 partisan and nonpartisan municipal clerks who run our elections, the Michigan Secretary of State recently completed the most comprehensive election audit in Michigan history. She found no fraud. Michigan's results are not unique. In fact, former U.S. Attorney General William Barr said that the FBI found no evidence of fraud. And Christopher Krebs, an election security chief appointed by the previous administration, declared the November 2020 election to be secure. Claims of fraud, Mr. Krebs said, were farcical, and he stated unequivocally that Americans should have confidence in their vote. The only significant issue in Michigan was an instance of human error by the county clerk in Antrim County, and that was corrected before results were certified. Recently, we've heard people in leadership positions, both elected and otherwise, lament the loss of faith in our electoral process. But this bill would do nothing to restore faith in our elections. Instead, it would deter registered voters from exercising their right. It would create needless delays at polling places. In short, it would disenfranchise voters. If we want to restore faith in our democratic process, we can correct misinformation about elections every chance we get. We can educate the public, and we can hold those who spread misinformation to account, particularly those who are in leadership positions and elected positions, particularly those who have encouraged or participated in trying to grind the gears of democracy to a halt and unlawfully disrupt the peaceful transfer of power, a hallmark of this, one of the oldest modern democracies on earth. As we sit here right now in 2021, state legislatures around the country are considering what some legal experts and voting rights advocates say are the most restrictive voting regulations since the Jim Crow era. It's no coincidence that the restrictions being considered now harken back to a time not so long ago when Black Americans regularly experienced humiliation, intimidation, terror, and violence to keep them from voting and exercising the full rights of citizenship enjoyed by their white compatriots. Here in the Michigan House, let's set ourselves apart. Let's be on the side of truth and justice, and therefore on the right side of history. I urge a no vote on House Bill 4127. Thank you, Madam Speaker.